Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in or welcome back. It's a little overcast, but welcome in the source codes. So just pause, breathe, and see if you want to receive this message. Feel into your heart to see if this message that is going to come through is for you today. Something that you didn't know you needed to hear, feel, see. Right? And again, this is beyond the mind and ego. We're speaking directly to your soul because you are a multidimensional, sovereign being. You are a multidimensional, multisensory, multifaceted being. You are expressions of source consciousness itself. Remember, we exist simultaneously across all levels of all experiences right here, right now, beyond this physical reality, okay? This physical life is just one aspect of a larger spiritual reality that is taking place right here, right now, okay? So you know this, right? You're feeling this more through your intuitive gifts and abilities, your inner knowing, right? Through your emotions, your intuition, and all of these things, okay? It's time to paint your world with your specific frequency, color, flavor, essence. It is time to paint the world with your specific frequency, energy, flavor, color, and essence. It is time for you, beautiful soul, to paint your world with your specific colors. I think my son said that. I literally note that. I'm looking down, it says, paint the world with your colors. Yep, that came from my son, who's 13. Okay? All right. So we are going to bring this information, this activation. All right. All right, let me flip to the right page. Tapping in to this energy and this frequency. So everyone is at different stages and places and levels, so to say, of their specific journey of awakening, going through dark nights of the soul, ego disillusions, psychic gifts and abilities are up-leveling, the downloads, the uploads, the activations, the integrations, the receiving of the sun codes, the light codes, the frequency, the flavors, the colors, the essence. Everyone's at different stages and phases, and we need to not judge ourselves at all, period, or compare ourselves to other souls' journeys, because someone might be a little bit ahead, someone might be a little behind. But again, you're never ahead and you're never behind because you're divinely on time for you and the way you coded yourself on this journey, especially during this specific incarnation at this specific time, July 25th, 2026. All videos are timeless. No matter when you receive this, everything is perfectly aligned and divinely on time, okay? All right, so let's see here. We're going to talk about some of you, maybe you've experienced this and you haven't quite had words. Some of you might be going through this right now. We're talking about the emptiness, the no thing. Maybe go rewatch The Never Ending Story. Okay, go rewatch The Never Ending Story because the big theme about is the no thing, the nothing. Okay, so go watch it. There's codes, there's frequencies in that particular movie. So what we need to do is when this void space, this empty space, this nothing space is surrender to the void. I'm asking you, source is asking you, your highest is asking you, your team of light is asking you to surrender to the void. Relish in the rest here and retreat when you need to. So don't be afraid of the stillness that is here, that is arising. Do not be afraid of the silence. And this is like, again, you've had so much chatter going on up here your entire life that the ego gets really afraid when there's silence and stillness and nothing. So don't be afraid of the silence, don't be afraid of the stillness, and don't be afraid of the no thing that's inside. Because that empty space, that is the sacred space. That is your 0 point. And that emptiness is where you can tap in to your infinite, eternal energy and light. All right. And it feels empty. It does feel spacious and it feels empty and it feels vast. It feels deep. And the ego does not like that. The ego gets really uncomfortable, starts twitching and kicking and screaming. Okay. The ego is scared of this space because the ego is scared that it will no longer exist. All right. That you're going to complete the ego dissolve, that you will dissolve the ego completely. But you won't. That's not the point. All right. What you are dissolving is all of the patterns, conditionings, programmings, belief systems, and inherited patterns as well. All of these fears, these worries, all right, these anxieties, all right, these ways that it tries to control you and to limit you, okay, 505. All right, that is the stuff, that is the thing that is dissolving, all right, by no longer feeding it our awareness and or our attention. So when we no longer choose to feed our awareness and our attention to these negative patterns, they begin to dissolve and disappear and be returned through unconditional love and light. All right. So when those negative patterns come in, you strongly say, you can say this out loud, telepathically, or write it down. No, no, no. Breathe and say, I am not going to believe in that anymore. I am not going to believe in that more. All right. You're not going to control me anymore. Okay. So what I've done with my ego, I imagine my ego shrinking right down to my inner child. So my ego is basically, in my mind's eye, in my clear knowing, a small child sitting in the way back seat, looking out the back window of the station wagon, enjoying all of the beauty, staying curious on the adventure, and just enjoying life, okay? So this might help during this process, okay? That helped greatly with me, all right? So you are not going to control me anymore. And when you become conscious and aware of this, of these patterns, these programs, these conditionings, these behaviors, it stops feeding them. It stops giving them a food source, all right? It stops feeding the patterns and they begin to dissolve. They disappear completely. And then you find this very vast, open spaciousness. And yes, at first it can feel really uncomfortable. How do I know this? Because I've been here. About this time last year, I went through all of these different healing modalities, doing the cleaning, the clearing, the healing, the ego dissolution, removing, surrendering, crying, all of the stuff. Okay. And I hit this space where this void came up, and one great mentor and or practitioner, about a month or so in, I was just struggling with the surrender here, and they gave it a word for me, and they explained it to me. So that's what I'm bringing to you. It's to bring the awareness to you that this is not a bad space. This is a very vast, spacious emptiness that you can play around in. And yes, at first it can feel uncomfortable. I understand that. I've been there. I am you, you are me, we are we. We've all going through this in our own way. But I invite you. Your team is inviting you. Your highest is inviting you. And source is inviting you to breathe in when this comes up. So breathe in these moments when this is coming up. To dive into the pool, to dive into the portal, the vortex. It's like that full energy on the Light Seers Tarot. It's like jumping in, taking those leaps into the portal and just swim around in it. Live in the sunshine of it. Swim in the sea of it. And drink in the water of it, of this vastness, of this spaciousness that you have created by choosing not to continue to feed those old patterns, those inherited patterns, belief systems, conditioning, programming, etc. Okay. So live in this space, breathe in this energy, live in the sunshine of it, swim in it, drink in the water. That's where you connect to your infinite, true, authentic self. That's where it is, right there. So it's just getting present, claiming your sovereignty. The remembrance comes online. You become so much more compassionate with yourself, and then you're able to creatively start expressing. 844. Okay? So we just wanted to bring this through for you beautiful souls that might not understand what this is coming up. And I have a good friend that's been experiencing this. And again, sometimes you can't give words, but when we can share our experiences, it gives words and validation and understanding. You're like, fuck, when you understand it, it's so much more easy to surrender and allow. And it becomes... when it becomes aware and you're conscious of it, it's so much more, there's so much more effortless and ease to it. And then you just fall into it and you become present, and then all of the magic unfolds from those spaces. Okay. So just breathe, bring a few codes in, light language codes that might help you with this. With this process. Ia kowaya shanatoria kiana haya notoria haya no oakaya shuria matiana nata. Oria paya kiana oahaya shuria nat yarakana oaya shanat organa shanat ariana tani naturia. Oria shanat oria nat oria ha nat oria. Swim in the portal in the vortex of you, of your spaciousness, orakinish, of your sacred divine space. Ikonat or of your infinite light, energy, and love. Oriamia shinat to swim in it, drink in it, breathe in it, bathe in it. Oria nashint oria nat yarchan hat orema shinat nata. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you. We'll see you soon. Bye.